trying for a knockout. Johnny, you would know this better than me, but I would hate fighting someone with this swarmer style. They don't let you breathe. They don't let you get off the ropes. You can't get your offense off. You just got to deal with them.
A swarmer, a good swarmer, will get inside you like a bee. Like a bee just pickpocketing, stinging you wherever you leave yourself open. A swarmer is the worst kind of fight to fight.
Both of these fighters have had their moments.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. Just like a match made in heaven.
Not a lot of punch output. Thought there might be more action here. That counter punch caught him clean. Nice exchange here from both men. Those counter punches have to hurt. Swing and a miss with that counter. Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. And a round that seemed like an eternity for them finally comes to a close.
Every second, every minute of this fight is important. Every second, every minute of this round is important. You cannot afford to lose it.
And then we go again. Get out there and switch on. Get this jab. And don't get carried away. Think about your defense and the end of all that. You're much better than this guy. You're much better. He's not in your league. Come on, switch on. Get your boxing back together and put it back on him in this round. You got them back in or anything. Don't give him no free shots. Win this round. You had everything in the bag and now you've let him back in. That right hand's beautiful. That's it. Just start working a few body shots in there. Hurry up a little bit. About and let's reset. Forget about that round. It was a battle for that one shot or anything.
The referee calling for seconds out as we get set to jump back in the action.
Get focused. Just make sure you follow through. Don't let him coast through this round or he'll ride it out. Go out there and finish it.
On to the second round. After that last round, something has got to change.
That was a tough last round. Now you've got to make sure he doesn't put it on you, and that's what he's going to try and do. So tie him up, hold him, lean on him. Don't get drawn into a fight. Not yet. Not until your senses have come back.
Punch, counter punch. If you're a counter puncher, then basically you do the counter attack. You let them get their punch off first, and then you answer in kind.
To beat a counter puncher, you've got to take them out of their pace. Do not wait for them, because if you wait, they'll pepper and pop you all night long. Rush them.
Not a lot of punch output. Thought there would be some more action here. Can they figure out the combination to this safe?
Perfectly matched, skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I got to respect both of them more than happy.
Throws the jab, it doesn't score. A perfect counter shot. That hook just can't find the target. They exchange punches. Just misses with that jab. Despite what the judges' scorecards read, there are no losers in this one. Joe Louis in trouble. You know that bell was sweet music to his ears.
The bell, sometimes it can be the sweetest sound.
Win this round. Get your mind back, get your focus back, get that jab back. Good work. Now that's it. Now breathe, just get your breath back. Good stuff. And don't give him anything. Go back and win the round, right? Can't miss it. Now good work. Stay focused. Don't let him back in the fight. Great round. Now it's a tougher fight. He's got to be confident. You've got to take that confidence away. Go out in the first minute, stick him on the end of a jab, and then start gathering your pace and win this round back. Take away that...
It's the same again. Don't change too much. Just keep doing what you're doing.
Switch back on. Get focused. Get your mind back on the job. Get back...
Missing. Now, good work. Stay focused. Don't let him back in the fight. Great round.
Here, come on. You've let him get back into this. You're better than this, kid.
You set him up and you take him out.
And that'll do it for the time between rounds as we get set to get back in the action.
Don't let him coast through this round or he'll ride it out. Go out there and finish it. You were thinking...
Here we go in round 3. Who's going to land the first big shot? Coming off a very tough round. Let's see what they do here.
They've had 1 minute to recover. Now they've got to bluff it. They've got to bluff it. They've got to come out now and style it out. Get on the back foot, jab, rest on the jab. Be smart and pop until your legs come back. Then put the pressure on.
When are we going to see a jab from these two? He misses with that jab. The winner of this surely will get a world title shot. Unlucky to miss with that uppercut. And he wasn't ready for that counter punch. This fighter's certainly not going to outthrow their opponent by any means, but they will, when they hit, be a lot harder.
I've seen certain fighters that can depend on just their power alone. Forget tactics. They know the second they touch you, it's done. That's where the confidence comes from.
Perfect counter lands. Caution is being thrown to the wind. This round's still up for grabs with just 10 seconds to go. Pretty dominant round there. Let's see how they respond here in the next round.
Dominance, without a doubt, made it look so easy.
Set him up.
Okay, focus now, focus. Big deep breaths, big deep breaths.
He's ready to go, but you've got to be smart. Otherwise, he'll see it and he'll ride it.
Let's go out there and get your boxing back together. Listen, be smart when you go out there. Just take
Loading up, but you can still land in your power shots. Good work. Don't forget the jab and don't get carried away. Think about the defense on end and think about what you do.
how that was. Come on, you let him back into the fight. You're much better than that.
1-2 straight down the middle. You can't miss it. Great work.
Switch on, get your boxing back together. Don't worry about that round. Don't worry.
Getting your time in already. The right hand's beautiful. That's it. Just stop.
It was a bad round, but we don't care. Go out there and win the next
Time winding down as we get set for another round.
Just the same again. Don't change
back in. Now it's going to be a tougher fight because he's going to be confident. I want you to go back out there and take his...
Here we go in round 4. Who's going to land the first big shot? That round was complete domination. Let's see if we can shake things up here in this round.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
That hook was thrown with some bad intentions. Both men step back for just a moment. Good counter punch. Generally speaking, you don't watch heavyweights to see a boxing match. You want to see a fist fight.
This could be really intimidating, Todd. If you know somebody's got the punch power, someone's got the speed, it can be intimidating. Just depends on how confident you are as a fighter.
Which one of these athletes is going to say, I can't take it anymore? hook doesn't land. There's nothing quite like a big heavyweight fight. Everything can change with one punch.
What can they change? Can they slow the pace down? Can they hope to knock them out early? What can they do? They've got to concentrate and relax. Because you know what you can do in the gym, you can do it in a fight. They've got to relax.
Very close round with 10 seconds to go. Well, he is glad to have heard that bell.
Needs a knockout without a doubt. Needs to go out there and think, right, you know what? Next round, you're getting it. You're going to get it. Kitchen sink.
Okay, I'm happy. I like that round. Good work. Just keep them on the other
In this round. Get out there and switch on. Get this
That's it. Just start working a few body shots in there. Vary up a little bit. So you can't figure it out.
boxing back together. Listen, be smart when you go out. Just take the round off, win the round on your jab, and breathe when you're stepping around.
Back into the fray here in round 5. So not the best round, but let's see if they can turn it around here.
This is one of those situations. You've just been hurt. You've got to get out there again. Be smart. Be sharp. Don't be a fool. Don't get suckered in. Make him fight your fight. Hold him, tie him up just until your head clears again and your legs come back again. Because if you don't, he's going to pop you off.
Gotta let your hands go a little bit. It's okay to be aggressive now. Tried to score with a jab. Swing and a miss for that jab. Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. One punch could end this fight for either of these two heavyweights.
What a gift. What a gift it is to have a chin where you know you can walk through anything and everything. When you let those shots go and it's just bouncing off and they're walking you down, it's so demoralizing. It absolutely breaks your heart. What else can you do?
That uppercut misses. Do you believe this? He threw a punch and just got countered. You know the scorecards are going to be all over the place in this one. It's no secret who has the advantage after that last round. Let's see what they have in store for us in the next one.
As long as they don't get complacent, you think this is too easy. If they keep this same kind of pace up, they've got this fight.
Get your mind back, get your focus back, get a jab back.
But you'll take him out. He's ready to go. He's absolutely shattered. He's hurt.
Don't give him anything, all right? Go back out there and win this round. You only lost one.
Go out there and finish him. You're getting your time in already. The right hand's beautiful. That's it. Just start sticking a few body shots in there. Vary it up a little bit. So
Get your shots up. Don't give him anything. Go back out there and win.
nice. Those 1-2 straight down the middle. You can't miss it. Great.
I need you to focus on what you're doing. You don't want to lose this fight, do you? Come on.
You were smart. You weren't loading up. But you were still landing.
And get behind the basics. Get your jab back. Get your
Unfortunately,
rhythm
this fighter not going to get more time to heal up as we get set to jump back.
An awful round, I'm telling you.
Let's start the 6th. They've got all the momentum on their side after that last round. Let's see what they do here.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
They are not going to let this one go to the judges. How nervous would you get when you know you're facing a big puncher like this that can seriously hurt you?
You've got to be courageous when you get in there with someone that's bigger, stronger, and faster. You've just got to use brain there.
Down goes Joe Frazier. And as we see it again in slow motion, there's no doubt that body punch right there buckled him.
I've got to see that again.
They're back on their feet, but how long will they stay there?
He's up, but for how long? Look at that. On the heels, look at, there's nothing there. There's no defense. The eyes are glazed. It just takes one more clear shot, a clean one, then he's out of there.
Halfway through the round, and I think we all know who's winning here.
No doubt at all. You can see who's winning. You can see who's got it in hand. You can see who's comfortable. Or it's a bit of a mousetrap.
The right hook misses. That counter shot lands. Final 10 seconds here, unless something major happens. I think we all know who won that one. You've got to wonder how big of a factor that knockdown's going to be we just saw.
You've been put down, you've got to think right, survive, and then give it back the next round.
Get that jab back. Just boxing. That's what. Good round. Good round. I like that. I'm happy. Go back and win the round, right? It's only one.
Just keep him on the end of that jab and you're getting your time in already.
Oh, it's not over yet. You've got to go out there and win this round. You had everything in the bag and now you've let him back into it. Now it's a tougher fight. He's got to be confident.
Good power shots. Good work. And don't forget the jab. And don't get carried.
End of a jab and then start gathering your pace and win this round back. Take it.
Good work. There's 1-2 straight down the middle. You can't miss it.
There. Get your boxing back together. Listen, be smart when you get.
Just keep them on the other end of that jab. And you get your
Unfortunately, this fighter not going to get more time to heal up and get a breather right back into the action.
You can't figure it out. Good work. There's 1-2 straight down the middle. You can't miss it. Now, good work.
Here comes round 7. His eyes look pretty clear here, Johnny. How do you think he's going to do after being knocked down in the last round?
What a knockdown. 1 minute, you need 1 hour to get over a shot like that. Now it's down to conditioning. Now it's down to mental strength and preparation. It's how you are going to deal with this.
He missed with that jab. Do you believe what we are seeing? Good counter punching. Well, just a couple rounds left, Johnny. What's your assessment so far?
Having so much speed, what happens to your opponent is you get cut to ribbons, and that's where the referee has to jump in and stop the fight. And you know this is going to happen, so you rush your work. You think, I've got to get him inside close rounds.
What a round so far as we've reached the halfway point.
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
It's all offense all the time. Every time they drop their guard, they get caught. You can't make a mistake at the heavyweight level and not expect to be punished for it. The straight right just misses. A very competitive round with 10 seconds left. Well, he is in big trouble here. He may have been saved by the bell.
Wow, it's like 2 different leagues.
Much better in this fight. You're much better. He's not in your league. Come on, switch.
Great. I love that. I love that. That jab's slick.
Round. Get out there and switch on. Get this boxing.
Good work. And don't forget the jab. And don't get carried away. Think about your defense.
Let him get back into this. You're better than this, kid. Go back out there and win the round. Get back behind your jab. Basics. Just get your rhythm back and then we go again.
It's in there, varied up a little bit so he can't figure you out. Good work. You go.
Out there, and let's reset. Forget about that round.
It was a gaps will appear. Now, I don't want you to load up. Don't be looking for that one shot.
I need you to switch back on. Get focused. Get your mind.
He's ready to go. He's gone already. Just
The referee calling for seconds out as we get set for another round.
I need you to win this round. Get your
finish it. Good man. You say focus? Go on. Don't let him back in or anything. Don't get...
There's the bell to start round 8. That corner has got to find a way to get some momentum behind their fighter.
Now he knows he's been hurt. He's going to come out and put the pressure on. He's going to throw the kitchen sink at you. You've got to be ready for that. Don't fight fire with fire. Hold him off. Be smart because he's going to try and put you under pressure. He knows your legs have gone. He knows your head's not cleared. Be sharp.
As we enter the final frames of this bout, Johnny, what have we seen so far?
When you have a fight that's got that great footwork and that great hand speed, it's so hard. It's an uphill battle.
Who's willing to go where the other fighter won't? That hook doesn't score. Catch and shoot. No rest for the weary. We've seen in the past from this fighter, they don't get concerned when they lose some of the earlier rounds because they know they've got that power that can strike at any moment.
That power might be the do or die. That power might be the equalizer.
This round could go either way. 10 seconds to go. Some might have thought it was a little bit closer, but in the end, the referees are in a unanimous agreement.
Unanimous? You know what? Smarts that is. A total change of styles to make sure they got it. At every round in the bag, there was no argument, no discussion, no mistake. It was so obvious.
It's time for the talking to stop and the fighting to start. This should be good. I'm Todd Grisham. Alongside me is Johnny Nelson.
Hi, Todd. Nice to be here with you.
And here he is in the flesh, Terrence Bud Crawford, one of the pound-for-pound best in the world, fighting out of Nebraska, USA, one of the greatest of all time. against them, the artist.
This bout is scheduled for 8 rounds of boxing. Fighting out of the red corner from Omaha, Nebraska, here is the acclaimed 3-division world champion and 2-division
So much hype surrounding this big matchup. Can't wait to see what goes down when the opening bell rings.
This is an arena fight. You couldn't have got anybody else in this place.
Under the bright lights here for this one, really good matchup, and we're hoping for a really good fight. These athletes have been waiting a long time to square off. Here we go. Looking to land the hook. Punch, counter punch. Nice punch. Crawford in trouble. No, we don't see a knockdown.
Now they've got to wake up. They've got to get on the back foot, clear the head a little bit, then jump back into it again. It's all about the hustle. Get back on it.
I don't care how good your chin is. A punch like that, and you're going down.
Where the...
Showing a lot of heart to beat the count there.
Oh, he can smell blood. Look at that. He's put in round ones. He knows what shot works and where to land it. Then try and do it again. He's just not got to get trigger happy.
We've got to pick things up halfway through the round here.
There's a lot of work to do, and you know what? It's hard to pull back. Don't get into the habit of losing. Don't get into the habit of being second place. You've got to change the habit. You've got to change something, because otherwise, why should it change?
One punch could change the entire complexion of this fight. Catch and shoot. They better start respecting each other's punching power. Final 10 seconds here, and this has not been his round for sure. Corner handles their fighter here after being dropped twice in that last round.
Unbelievable heart, knockdown. What?
You let him back into the fight.
Well, we've just taken a big breath, and here we go again. It's been a nightmare so far. What can they do to turn this around?
I have no idea what they have left. How do you come back from something like that? Not on twice? Where's your head at? Where's your energy levels at? It tells you you've got nothing left.
So much pre-match drama before this showdown. Who could forget what we saw yesterday at the weigh-in? These two boxers are finally ready to get it on.
You can walk into an arena and be the hero. The pressure, the expectation, the desire from the fans. You can't get away from it. Ignore them. Lock it up. I know it's hard. I can hardly hear you, Todd. You've got to ignore them. Get on with your job.
Right hook misses. We're at the halfway point, and both of these fighters know the round is still up for grabs.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. Just like a match made in heaven.
Those counter punches have to hurt. Missing with that jab. This fighter's completely content to sit back and let you make the first move. That's where they thrive.
To beat a counterpuncher, you've got to take them out of their pace. Do not wait for them, because if you wait, they'll pepper and pop you all night long. Rush them.
A very competitive round with 10 seconds left. he's got to do something different.
Switch on.
I've been in fights like that. When you're thinking, come on, bro, ring away. You walk back to the corner like you've just seen the sun.
Nice round, good round. I like that, I'm happy. You were thinking,
You did all that work in camp. You got to get out there and switch on.
don't forget the jab.
Here we go in round 3. Who's going to land the first big shot? That corner has got to find a way to get some momentum behind their fighter.
This is one of those situations. You've just been hurt. You've got to get out there again. Be smart. Be sharp. Don't be a fool. Don't get suckered in. Make him fight your fight. Hold him. Tie him up just until your head clears again and your legs come back again. Because if you don't, he's going to pop you off.
Swing and a miss with that jab. Someone tell these two that they can be defensive for a minute if they want to. What heart, what desire, but at what cost? Beautiful counter punch. They're in trouble. I thought we were going to see the finish there.
Bean Days now needs to steady the pace. Get the pace back to normal.
Just misses with that left uppercut. That big hook doesn't land. Nice count. Despite what the judges' scorecards read, there are no losers in this one. As bad as boxing judging can be sometimes, there's no doubt who won that round.
I seriously hope the judges kept their eye on this fight.
Got everything in the back.
Here we go in round 4. Who's going to land the first big shot? Coming off that fantastic last round, let's see if he can keep his momentum going.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
Nice counter punch right up the middle. That one will count. When are we going to see a jab from these two? There's a counter shot. Not a lot of punch output. Thought there would be some more action here. Nice exchanges from both men in this round.
Perfectly matched. Skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them. More than happy.
And down goes Crawford. What a blow to the head there. Let's see it again on instant replay.
That's lights out right there.
Well, they beat the count and are ready to go again.
He's up, but for how long? Look at that. On the heels. Look at, there's nothing there. There's no...
It's been all one-way traffic with just 10 seconds to go in the round. Let's see how the game plan changes after that big knockdown.
Can make or break a fighter.
Now you go back out there and switch back on. Get focused, get your mind back on the job, and then get back out there.
there's the bell for round 5. He couldn't finish him off in the last round. Let's see what this has in store for us.
What a knockdown. 1 minute, you need 1 hour to get over a shot like that. Now it's down to conditioning. Now it's down to mental strength and preparation. It's how you are going to deal with this.
A lot of effort being exerted here. Putting the pedal to the metal, but has to be careful that he doesn't run out of gas. That punch landed. We both know who the bigger power puncher is. There's a significant power difference. How would you handle that?
I've seen certain fighters that can depend on just their power alone. Forget tactics. They know the second they touch you, it's done. That's where the confidence comes from.
Halfway through the round, and there's not a lot separating these two.
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
Not a lot of punch output. Thought there might be more action here. There's a scoring blow. Walk away from each other and then run. The referee will send them to the corner and take a look at the cuts. So the referee says, fight on. Well, this is the time that the trainer needs to come in and say something special. This fighter needs to...
Done all that work all the way through camp.
On to the 6th round. Let's see how they bounce back here in this round.
They've had 1 minute to recover. Now they've got to bluff it. They've got to bluff it. They've got to come out now and style it out. Get on the back foot, jab, rest on the jab. Be smart and pop until your legs come back. Then put the pressure on.
The work rate is down. The head isn't moving as well, Johnny. Fatigue is starting to set in.
The middleweights are the best you can ever come across. Obviously, the glamour weight is a heavyweight, but the middleweight is the size of the average man or woman. When you get in there and you're letting the shots go, you've got power, you've got speed, you've got pace. You can stand, you can dance, you can do everything. We can look back in history. Do you know the amazing fights at a middleweight are ridiculous? That is what writes our history books.
Is he going to punch himself out, though? What a round so far as we've reached the halfway point.
Perfectly matched, skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them more than happy.
Good counter punching. Perfect punch. Beautiful counter shot. Nice exchange here from both men. This round's still up for grabs with just 10 seconds to go. At this point, you gotta believe he can't win on the scorecards, gonna need a knockout.
Every second, every minute of this fight is important. Every second, every minute of this round is important. You cannot afford to lose it.
Just keep him on the end of that.
You've let him back into the fight. You're much better than that guy. You
Start sticking in a few body shots in there. Bury it up a little bit so we can't figure you out.
I need you to focus on what you're doing.
And there's the bell for round 7. Not the start that they wanted, but let's see what they can do in this round.
That was a tough last round. Now you've got to make sure he doesn't put it on you, and that's what he's going to try and do. So tie him up, hold him, lean on him. Don't get drawn into a fight. Not yet. Not until your senses have come back.
think it's safe to say one of these fighters certainly has a significant speed advantage. You can tell who it is.
Middleweight always gives us a class. If you've got two class middleweight fighters, you are in for action. I'm quite sure right now, if you know your boxing, there's a certain fighter, Mr. I would just say marvelous, but some fighters were unbelievable middleweight.
Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. Incredible work rate. I can't believe we're only halfway through the round.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. Just like a match made in heaven.
Hook misses. Well, Johnny, as you know, there's a fine line between being aggressive and being too aggressive.
I've seen some aggressive fighters like this, and they are a nightmare. If you are not fit, that is the worst place to be, having second thoughts in the ring.
Swing and a miss with that hook. You know the scorecards are going to be all over the place in this one. After what we saw in that last round, it's pretty obvious who has the advantage here.
You can't leave it up to the judges. It's up to you as a fighter, and the cornerman's got to put a firecracker on that fight to get out there and get the job done.
Breathe, just get your breath back.
And then start gathering your pace.
And there's the bell for round 8. Coming off that great round, let's see if they can build on momentum here.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
He threw a punch and just got countered. Gotta let your hands go a little bit. It's okay to be aggressive now. There's been a significant aggression difference in this fight, Johnny. What are you seeing?
Todd, look back in history. Sugar Ray Leonard against Roberto Duran. The first fight, Sugar Ray Leonard tried to fight, stand there toe-to-toe with him. The second fight, he thought, this guy's aggressive. He's nasty. He'll do everything to get the win. I've got to box him. I've got to frustrate him. I've got to humiliate him and show him how good a boxer I am. That's the only way you beat an aggressive fighter. Show your boxing skills. Step out the way. Don't fight fire with fire. Use brain over brawn.
A very competitive round here so far.
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
The straight right just misses. The stamina is off the charts. They exchange punches. Very close round with 10 seconds to go. So the judges can't make up their mind. It is a draw. No winners and no losers here.
No complaints there at all. The crowd agree. I agree. The ref knew exactly what he was doing. So you know what? Great shout. I look forward to fight number 2.
Good evening. We are live from one of the world's most beautiful arenas. This is Falkor Bay. It's time for our tale of the tape. Introducing first, Johnny the Entertainer Nelson. He's 189 centimeters tall with a 206 centimeter reach. And the man he'll be facing, it's Roy Jones Jr. The Entertainer, Johnny Nelson. He fights out of the Steel City, one of the most popular, charismatic, and successful fighters in British history. Roy Jones.
This bout is scheduled for 8 rounds of boxing. In the red corner, from Sheffield, England, here is the longest reigning world cruiserweight champion of all time, Johnny the Entertainer Nelson. Fighting out of the blue corner, from Pensacola, Florida, here is a middleweight, a super middleweight, a light heavyweight, and a heavyweight champion of the world, Roy Jones Jr.
How will these two fighters handle the outdoors? We're fighting under the sun here for this big showdown.
I went over the rule. I want you to protect yourself at all times, and what I say you must obey. Good luck.
Many said this fight would never happen, and yet here it is, and here we go. Do you believe what we're seeing? Lucky to have avoided that uppercut. Those counter punches have to hurt. Just missed with that hook. When you're fighting a counterpuncher, the feint can be such a good weapon. Pretend you're going to punch, make the counterpuncher throw a punch, and then you counter them. Counterpunch caught him clean. That hook was off target. This counter fighter believes in the anything you can do, I can do better. They'll let you throw a punch first, and they'll answer you and usually hit you harder. He scores with the counter. That's another scoring shot. You know the scorecards are going to be all over the place in this one. Nelson in that last round. The game plan does not seem to be working here. What's he have to do differently?
Go out there and win this round. You have everything in the bag.
On to the second round. Coming off a very tough round. Let's see what they do here. Good counter punching. When at such a reach disadvantage, you've got to find a way to work on the inside. Every time they drop their guard, they get caught. Punch, counter punch. Nice try, but missing with the counter. Talk about Roy Jones in that last round. Well, this is a very important break here for this fighter. They've been knocked down twice.
Get your mind back. Get your focus back.
Talk about Nelson in that last round. They've got the momentum. They've got the advantage. How do they carry that into the next round?
Let's reset. Forget about that round. It's a back.
Talk
Okay,
about
now
Nelson in that
switching
last
up,
round.
starting to make
From this
mistakes,
moment
switching
forward,
off.
he
I
cannot
need you to
afford
focus
to
on
lose
what you're
another
doing.
round.
You don't want to lose this fight, do you? Come on, you're getting back into this. You're better than this, kid.
Listen to me. Are you okay?
Hey, close the door.
All right. I went over the rules. I want you to protect yourself at all times, and what I say you must obey. Good luck. Let's go.
no room. Boom. Came in clean but without a broom. There ain't no room. Still here, still not been moved. I got points to prove. There ain't no room. Straight in, more pain, so more gaining. Yeah, I came in, guns blazing. At Raven, you get weighed in. Been training, sick of waiting. Some failing, not plain sailing. Entertaining, check the ratings. Let me out, I don't wanna be caged in. Yeah, I'm ready, who's next up? Pay attention now, yeah, your best luck. I like to warm up like a few jabs, and then I hit hard like a left hook. My style's unique, not textbook. Step to me, you get yourself messed up. Win or lose, still here, still not been moved. I got points to prove. There ain't no room. Only one number one, there ain't room for two. There ain't no room. I am the one. Top two, but not number two. There ain't no room. Boom. Came in clean, but without a room. There ain't no room. Still here, still not been moved. I got points to prove. There ain't no room. Only one number one, there ain't room for two.
Close the door.
All right, I went over the rules. I want you to protect yourself at all times, and what I say you must obey.